Hello and welcome. I am Jonathan from Elite University, and today's topic is why am I such an asshole? This question comes from a community member of Elite University, and the exact question is I am an asshole and I need to be less of one. Any ideas? Actually, yes, I've got several ideas. And I want to kind of give you the story of how I used to be even more of an asshole myself, what I did about it, and how it has changed. So, years ago, I thought that being sarcastic was a great way to make friends and influence people. My thought process was this is clearly so outlandish. This is so clearly not the truth that it is obviously a joke. So I would be the most sarcastic with the people I liked the most, who I thought were my best friends. But then, if I acted like an asshole and pretended all the time, well, I was acting like an asshole the whole time. So, if that's the only way that I behaved, that's the only thing people had to go on. So, I came across as even more of an asshole than I do now. What I realized was that I wasn't actually being genuine, that I wasn't allowing myself to actually connect with really cool people that are genuinely fantastic. So for me, I began to realize that my behavior was putting up barriers between me and really great people and opportunities. And I realized that I wasn't being genuine, I wasn't being honest. So I needed to be a lot more direct and upfront and earnest, which in today's world is very difficult to do because everybody speaks sarcasm. As soon as I started being more honest and appreciative of the really cool people in my life, the better my relationships got. The better my relationships got, the better my whole life got. And it was at that point that I was able to prove to myself that the sarcastic way, even though it seemed fun, was not the best way for me to get what it is that I want out of life, which is to have a lot of cool friends and get to do a lot of cool stuff. So I realized that I intentionally have to change my behavior. My preference, my go to behavior, is still the same thing to be witty, to be snarky, to be sarcastic. But it required conscious effort to kind of turn off that approach and decide to be honest and upfront with people and go, hey, I really appreciate you looking out for me. Hey, that nice thing that you did for me. Um, I really understand that you took a lot of time and energy out of your day to do that thing for me. So thank you. It's tough to be that kind of vulnerable and honest. So this isn't easy. It's not easy, but it is simple. Whatever your reason for being a jerk or an asshole is, that doesn't really matter that much. Maybe that's how you saw your family when you were young, and that's how you learned to communicate and connect with people. Maybe it's that you don't have any self respect and you are now barking like a dog trying to get some respect by browbeating people and bullying. Maybe it's that you're really smart and nobody else is as smart as you, and nobody can even come close to your level of intelligence. So you're going to belittle them and remind them how smart you are so that they know that you're smart. Whatever the reason is for you being a jerk, you you're going to do it until you realize you're driving people away, isolating yourself, and severely limiting the number of high quality people who are going to put up with that kind of behavior. Before you know it, you won't have any friends, you won't have opportunities, and you'll be very smart and by yourself, which is not a very smart thing to do. So, how smart are you? So, long story short, is to really take stock of what it's costing you to be the jerk, to be the asshole, and to realize that there are more effective strategies for getting what you want that don't include making fun of people being sarcastic and just plain old being mean. Whatever your preference, whatever you're wired to do, whatever you're thinking, I don't care. The main thing is to consciously decide to behave in a different way, to be kind, to be gentle. And this isn't to say that you don't have to have boundaries. A lot of people confuse, well, now I have to be nice and I have to let people walk all over me. That's not it at all. You can still be firm. You can still be uh, really good about maintaining your boundaries and having healthy connections without being a doormat. So it's not be a jerk or a doormat. It's not a binary option. There's a whole range of different decisions and actions that you can take. So choose the path of kindness. Uh, you just don't have to be nice about it, right? Nice is that kind of spineless, go along with anybody, allow anybody to do anything, and the kindness is to be understanding, however, have have good boundaries still. So those are kind of my thoughts on being a jerk and choosing better ways to build your relationships. So hopefully you got something out of it. Well, that's it for this one. Again, I'm Jonathan Pritchard from Elite University. See you on the inside.